Hey folks, Eric here, the Whatever Guy, because whatever me. Do you folks want to know about this orange cookie Colorado hemp rechargeable disposable Delta 8 cart that I got? Y'all stick around and I'll tell you some more about that. Also, I'll give you guys a quick update on the vape pulse supply Delta Farms dispensary saga. Apparently, there's some more news that I didn't find out about until after after I made the video. So you guys stick around for that. As you guys know, I shoot videos 5 or 6 days a week. A lot of times on the daily, just keeping you guys updated on the world of Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, hemp, cannabis, and just what's going on in our realm. And obviously on September 6th at 12 noon, giving away a Rift brand Delta 8 syringe from over at Great CBD Shop. These were buy one, get one frees, but they're not a buy one, get one free now. So as I advertised it, September 6th, two of these are going to be sent out to lucky winner from Great CBD Shop. So you guys stick around for that. Click that link down in the description, smash that bell notification, and stick around, man, because we've always got something exciting happening here at this place. So I'm pilling around, man. I was all the way over to Santa Rosa Beach, man. Actually, was in Pensacola, then Santa Rosa Beach. Didn't get back to the house till like 5. Ended up cooking, dinner late. It was I decided I'd cook today, and of course, kids got to be in bed at 8:30, and here it is, 7:45 at night. I'm finally done making this video for you guys. Having said that, I was kind of holding off putting this video out simply because as yesterday's video came out, we were talking about, I had a lot of people asking me, the reason why I did that video yesterday, because I've had a lot of people asking me for the last several months, what's going on with Maple Supply, what's going on with Delta Farms, and all this other stuff. And really what I've been doing is kind of just not answering that question all the way around. I've kind of give you guys little hints about what's happening around here. And again, I'm not the type of person that just wants to go trashing anybody. But when Maple Supply sent me that request for $1,000 through the Cash App, that really just pissed me off, man. It's like almost like they were just, laughing in my face over there or something. And so I did the video and decided we're going to do some exposing some other Delta 8 companies like that, good and bad. They won't always be bad, guys. There are some good companies out there. We're going to expose some of those too. But having said that, as you know, there's a lot of forums out there, and a forum that I've been invited to several times is like Reddit and Quora. But I just don't have the time to be, to invest in those type of forums, and I haven't, and that's my fault, really. I should have taken more time, in the past that would probably be another way for me to get the information out to the people that I want to get it out to. However, I've dropped the ball on that. I'm not a big user of Reddit. I'm not a big user of Quora. However, apparently there was a conversation over there and has been for a month. This all went down, for me and Maple Supply, and the conversation I had with Delta Farms probably about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months at the most. But somewhere in that time frame, it seems about the time that this post came out. There was a post from Alex over at Delta Farms and Dispensary. He's the owner over there, and they were apparently they were having some beef with Siobhan Canagaraja also, because as I said before, over Maple Supply, he's the owner of over Maple Supply. Um, I'm not sure if the conversation I had with Alex over there was a catalyst for that, or whatever the case is. I'm sure if they were having issues with Siobhan before that, what I had to tell him probably didn't, subtract from whatever was going on at the point, because like I said, it probably just added on to it. And then of course, me and the guy from Delta Farms, we actually got into a heated conversation also. But apparently, my understanding is, and I'm still waiting for the link for this, and I'll try to get the link for you guys for that later. But my understanding is that Spencer and Delta Farms has filed a $2.5 million lawsuit against Siobhan and Maple Supply, which I find is kind of funny because, maybe that's the way Delta Farms was going to make sure that I got my money. I don't know if that's the case or not, but either way, apparently they've got some beef going on, and I'm not going to spend too much time looking into it because, like I said, I don't have the time to be spending on stuff like that, moving on to other things and better things. And it's not good to dwell on that. You know what? It goes back to what I was saying before, man. The story of life, or the meaning of life, basically, or if anybody wants to know the secret of life, it's what goes around comes around, man. If you put bad stuff in, you're going to get bad stuff out. And if you put good stuff in, you're going to get good stuff out. And it looks like, apparently, for Siobhan and Maple Supply, it is really what goes around comes around, man. And kudos to Delta Farms for not standing by and allowing him, the lies that he told. He started with the lies with me, and I'm sure he was telling you guys lies also. So hopefully you guys will get that fixed over there. It still doesn't, take away from the fact that I feel like you stood behind him, and I still don't understand how, why Delta Farms said that I would get my money, and I haven't, got my money. So I don't even know why they would put themselves in the mix like that. guaranteeing me that I'll get my money when it was Vapor Supply that actually owned it. For me, they could have just been a little bit more congenial about it. Maybe talk to him and said, "Hey, pay the dude," or whatever the case is. But definitely not put yourself out there and say that assure me that I would get my money one way or another. And of course, here we are sitting, and I don't have my money one way or another. Either way, it doesn't matter. I just it's over with as far as I'm concerned. You guys can watch the video and take a look at it. But like I said, they're being sued for $2.5 million. So I'm not the only one that has issues with Siobhan Canagaraja, or however I'm butchering his name. He's just a kid, and then Vapor Supply, the place that he owns, and I actually think he owns a couple other little sites, that he's, pushing on. He claims to be a marketer. I don't really see too much of anything he does on the internet at all. So, but there again, I don't see Reddit and Quora either. So, take a look at that. All right, man. So Missouri, the state of Missouri. The cool thing about the state of Missouri is, man, is you guys are going to have weed next year, one way or another. You've got like several competing measures on the ballot next year. So like you don't, you're not just voting for marijuana next year. You've got like several different ways that you can vote for those marijuana measures. So there's like several bills on the ballot. That's probably the first time that that's happened in the United States so far. They would have competing cannabis legalization bills in the same midterm. So there again, I would imagine with that many bills rolling forward, I think it's three or four competing bills. I would imagine with those, you guys are going to have marijuana one way or another in the state of Missouri. Mississippi State, the state of Mississippi, which is right next to us, as you guys know, last year they voted for the voters themselves voted for medical cannabis in the state. Supreme Court overturned it, and apparently now it's been turned back over, and they're going to get medical cannabis. But because it is still federally illegal, that is a the Mississippi Agricultural Commissioner does not want their department to play any role in overseeing medical cannabis. Okay, so and the reason why he doesn't is because he states that it is still federally illegal. So I don't know if that's some kind of like political play to force some sort of like federal legalization coming forward. Hopefully it is, because it seems like there's a lot of people out there playing chess, man. A lot of people jockeying for position. So and then again, it may be just this guy's from Mississippi, man. And he's a hardline conservative and just doesn't want to break a federal law. But he needs to understand that it was the states first and then the federal government, not the federal government and then the states. So there it is. Uh, Oh man, so looks like I got the link for the it looked like you just hit on my phone. I got the link for the $2.5 million lawsuit from Delta Farm Dispensary. I'll be reading that and I'll get to you guys later on, talk to you guys about that. Pulled it up. Allowing public consumption leads to a greater decrease in cannabis arrest in New York State other than anywhere. So apparently, allowing people to smoke marijuana out in public has led to a larger decrease in cannabis arrest period than any other state that has legalized so far. So again, people out in New York or whatever, man, are outside hanging out. All right, man. So piddling around, running around down at the gas station down there. And when I was running through the other day, I actually picked up an orange cookie Colorado hemp cart, rechargeable disposable. Okay, so back up just a little bit. This place is at 6501. It's right on Munson Highway, 6501 Munson Highway. And it's probably about 6 miles outside of Milton if you're coming down Munson Highway, probably about 20 if you come from Munson down Munson Highway. It's the only gas station on Munson Highway. As a matter of fact, they've got all the gas pumps ripped out of there, and this is the only Colorado hemp they had. This is the very first one that they had on the shelf right there, and I was able to pick this up while I was in there checking it out. I think the total cost of this is going to be $29.99 when I get back to them and talk to them and see what that's all about. But these carts right here, man, let me talk to you guys about these. Now, here's the issue I have. As you guys know, I don't like rechargeable disposables. I don't like disposables too much of anything. Even though I'm going in these places and I'm buying these these carts and stuff like that, or I'm getting these carts so that you guys can at least have some sort of review on something that you're seeing in these places that you're going in on a daily basis. You have to understand it for me. Um, uh, Disposables just automatically get an automatic downgrade. They start -2 in the hole, as far as I'm concerned, and I don't understand the whole concept of disposables in the first place. Simply because if I was a business owner and I was putting out Delta 8 products, for me, it would be cheaper for me to either put it into a syringe and allow the consumer to find a way to ingest it the way they would wish to, or I would put it into just a cart. And because in my thinking, there's just way too much stuff that could go wrong that I wouldn't have control of. There's the button, there's the light, there's the plug-in, there's the three-time preheat and the two, hitting the button twice to change the three temperatures. And then there's the fact that this disposable that you're putting out in the first place is not a really precise device. So when it says 3.8 volts on the box and 4.3, it could be 3.6, it could be 3.4. It's not a precise device. There's, every one of these devices is not going to be exactly correct all the way around. And not to mention the fact that you could possibly put this in your pocket and it could blow up. And just all the way around, man. I don't understand the whole concept of rechargeable disposables. I do think that there's probably a market out there for them. I would think that me coming forward, if I was doing a Delta 8 brand, I wouldn't even look at rechargeables or disposables, rechargeable disposables, however they looked at. For me, it would be carts or syringes, unless I could find a market where I had to produce something like this. However, if I did produce something like this, I would consider this, when you're pulling it out of the package as you're selling it with a rechargeable, as a rechargeable disposable, that you would be marketing to a person that doesn't want, any of the issues to have to deal with screwing it on, finding another device, or whatever the case is. And that's all fine and good. But if you're going to do that, if you're going to market to that type of person, then this cart has to be ready to go from the box. And that means that you have to pay attention to detail. And this is what's the problem is with a lot of these companies, not to mention the fact that there's a whole bunch of things that can go wrong with this rechargeable disposable. The fact is that like when I pull it out of the box or the consumer pulls it out of the box, I would expect that they should be able to just turn it on, hit the button, and hit it. In this case here, with Colorado hemp all the way around, this is not a bad card all the way around. I'm gonna put my hand up behind the card so you guys can see. It's not a bad rechargeable disposable, but again, that's the reason why we do the weekly wrap. And on Saturday, what we'll do is we'll get back. I think I missed last week's weekly wrap, so this week's weekly wrap we'll actually have 2 weeks worth of carts and stuff reviews to catch up on when we do it. This is a black porcelain tip. This is a metal core. I'm not sure what the cotton is. I don't know what what the seal is, but I do know that it's supposedly got quartz coils. I did check the COAs. Everything looks good up there over the labs. But again, there is no website for this. I've actually seen these advertised on Facebook once or twice. I've actually seen these in a store. One of our viewers actually was a vape shop employee up in Demopolis, Alabama, and they actually have some Colorado hemp stuff on the shelf, and it wasn't these; it was the carts. Either way around, this is the first time I've actually seen this rechargeable cart. Now, I will say that this lends towards the Pure Delta 8, so I would imagine in the end I will be able to screw this off and reuse it if I want to. All in all, if there are rechargeable disposables, usually these ones that are like this black one are usually the better ones that I found so far. This cart all in all, it says orange cookies. I'll hold the box up so you guys can see all the way around. It's slid out just like this. It's a little bit longer than like the Pure Delta 8 or longer than most pins that I'm used to. I'll hold it up next to this vape device that I got from Silicon. You guys check it out. It's a really long device, but this is a 1 mil cart. I think $29.99 for the price up there at 6501 Munson Highway. But here's the deal about this, right? I'll hold it up and I'll flip it around where you guys can see the back, hit the square there if you see it. No website whatsoever. Like you can't dig around on Facebook or anywhere else and find this product. I mean, I thought about calling Rob or Rocky over at Great CBD Shop to see if he heard anything about it. My understanding is there is a Colorado hemp company. They're at the Southern Expo, but again, I can't find this card anywhere. I can't find anything that even looks like the Colorado hemp that I saw in the store in Demopolis, or anything that I remember the ad looking like on Facebook. So if anybody knows of a website or something like that where I can find Colorado hemp, send it over to me, please. I'll be more than happy to check it out. Just remember that if you do post it on YouTube, chances are if it's a link, they're not going to let me see it. So you guys will be sitting there thinking that I didn't see your shit or I didn't answer it. No, I try to answer every comment. A lot of times, if I don't answer your comments, sometimes it's just I don't even it doesn't post on there. Like I chased down one guy on his own channel yesterday or today to let him know. I know he posted a comment, but I couldn't see the damn thing, and I couldn't comment on myself. So I don't know if he put a link in it or whatever the case is. But whatever for whatever reason, YouTube didn't send it over to me, and I had no way to contact it. So you guys be liable to that. Don't forget my email address is Eric at the whateverguyshop.com, the whateverguyshop@gmail.com, or even the whateverguyhandyman at gmail.com. And obviously, if you look down in the last video, my phone number's down there. You guys can text me. You can try to call me, but I'm not answering the phone, man. If I don't know who you are, I just don't answer. I get a lot of calls, a lot of texts. Appreciate homie, man, for sending that message over, that link over for that $2.5 million lawsuit. Thank you for that, bro, because I know that was you that sent that over. All right, man. So all in all, man, this cart's like an 8.5 all the way around as far as potency goes. COAs are there, but again, orange cookie. That's the one complaint. Like, there's no taste out of this whatsoever. Like, there's no. I don't know where they got the orange cookie at. As you can see, if you look real close, there's a little bit of discoloration at the top. Other than that, this is a clear cart all the way through with that little bit of coloration at the top, and that would be because the distillate itself was exposed to air and it got a little bit of oxidation. All in all, man, for Colorado hemp, not a bad cart. Again, I don't agree with the rechargeable disposable. I think I could have better, I think they would be better off with just regular carts or syringes. But that's not my call. It's their company. However, I don't think I would spend $29-30 on uh, this anymore. And the thing is too is like you have to remember the rechargeable disposals are going to cost a little bit more than just a cart. They're going to charge you more for it down the road. So I don't know. Maybe you guys comment down in the description, man, if you like the rechargeable disposals. Because if you go back to that koi, man, really good juice inside of it. Just I can't never get the damn things to work right, or they won't work all the way through. You take that one that I had the other day. I think that thing worked about a day and a half, man. So when we carry forward for the weekly wrap on that one, that's basically just one of the shittier devices I've ever been around, even though it had really good juice on the inside of it. But this Colorado hemp cart, 8.5 potency, no flavor whatsoever. Kudos to them and their manufacturing process for not allowing too much oxidation at the top. All in all, not a bad cart. Something I'm gonna be bumping on the rest of the night and into tomorrow. But again, not something that I would probably run down to the store and want to spend $30 on when I could obviously buy a cake cart that's a cake cartridge for $24.99 and get a much better deal all the way around. All right, folks, is whatever guy signing off, man. You guys take that as you want it. Don't forget, hit that giveaway link down in the description. And for the giveaway on September 6th, giving away 2 of these to one of our lucky winners. And if you guys got any questions, comments, or complaints, hit me down in the description, man, or anything in the comments, and I will answer those as quick as possible, man. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.